Hello guys, Crafty here, and welcome to another episode of my Dark Souls 2 Let's Play. This is episode 19, and also messed up. Now, episode 18 and 19 were recorded back to back. I did not know that my recording software was going to stretch a 19-minute video into 54 minutes. So, unfortunately, this is what you get. So it's going to be a little bit sped up, and I had to kill the audio because the audio was all messed up in-game. So you just get my horrible saying a lot voice. But we're still here in the Shaded Woods, and this is an interest... Okay, well, I guess I don't go to that yet. And this is going to be all over the place because I honestly don't remember what I did. But I'm also recording through a narration program, which is on my Roxio Video Wave. So I have a 4-inch screen, a 4-inch little window to look at. So I can't really see what the hell is displaying as text. But this weapon here is actually a very fun weapon to pick up, which is the Black Knight Halberd, if I recall correctly. Black Knight Halberd, if you remember. Well, maybe I actually expanded here so I can actually see what the hell I'm looking at. Yeah, Black Knight Halberd. So you see the text there actually says some things that links it to the previous game. So, you know, draw your own conclusions, but it's, I wouldn't say widely known, but there are correlations between Dark Souls and Dark Souls 2. It is speculated that Dark Souls happened quite a long time ago. As for a time frame, speculation. But apparently there was some sort of link between the two games. But now that we're through that. Something that I haven't done recently is explore the entire area, which also I couldn't use my original audio for because I can't sync it up, because it was just, it sucked. I could not sync it up with my original audio. Because when I record my gameplay, especially my Let's Play, well, actually my Let's Plays, yes. When I record my Let's Plays, I do everything live. So, you know, my reactions are genuine, they are live at the point, and that is not easy to do. That is not easy to play the game and record live audio at the same time. My transition to Twitch is, somewhat easy because of that, because I was actually used to recording live audio at the same time as gameplay. So, try to voice your thoughts when you play this game. Pretend you have an audience, and then you try to play good. It's not always going to happen. But if you go over to this direction here, you'll see Titanite Bug. It's actually a pretty good Titanite Bug too, especially for this build, or Faith build, I should say, because I believe that's a bolt stone. Now, it probably isn't because I can't read the text, but I would say I would make a correction, but you pretty much see what it is right there, so you can just read it yourself. And it's pretty awkward not hearing any of the audio, so I can't really make any commentary on that. But down there in the pit is Man-Scorpion Tark. Man-Scorpion Tark is actually an interesting NPC. Jesus, I called him a PC. It's actually an interesting NPC, but if you have the Ring of Whispers on, which allows you to... I think it's the Ring of Whispers. Oh, yeah, that's if you don't have the Ring of Whispers, so just have a little question mark. But if you put it on, probably saying the name wrong. Oh, Ring of Whispers. You can actually talk to him. I'll let you read the dialogue. Pretty much just thumb through his dialogue. When you first meet him, he doesn't really say much of anything. But make sure you exhaust all of his dialogue, and he is actually available as a summonable NPC for a boss fight. It's pretty badass. Because I don't know why they don't utilize this anymore, because this is the only person in this game with this unique character model. And that's it. So he is what he is. And I'm pretty sure that Dark Souls, the original, did not have any. I know it didn't. But I'm trying to fill time. I apologize. Like I said, I have 19 minutes to fill with dialogue that I have no freaking clue how to fill. Especially over dead air. So if I feel like I'm rambling a bit, trying to be a little entertaining, the most entertaining I can be, with 19 minutes of basically nothingness. So you're just watching me play a game while I ramble, which isn't that far off from the rest of my Let's Plays. But you get to see me collect pretty much every item in the area. I'm pretty sure I go and I collect every single item. So at least you'll have an idea of where everything is if you wish to go back through and look. Now, these pain in the asses, these Lion Warriors, I will say that they are best handled with actual physical weapons. They are highly resistant to any form of magic. So magic attacks, lightning attacks especially, they're very not susceptible to, but they're susceptible to backstabs, just like any other mob that can be backstabbed. So I do a ton of damage there. So it's, you know, you saw with my lightning spears that not all that effective. So they will swing their axe once, probably about 4/5 of the time. So all you really have to do is just read it. I mean, if they connect, it's going to hurt. But if you read it, just back away, get around them. It's totally easy. Don't have to worry about them all that much. But they do have a 3 or 4-fold attack that you have to worry about. So just watch them. They're incredibly easy to handle. I wanted to check right there if I had Fragrant Branches of Yore, because I will actually be using one or two. I'm not sure if I used the second one here. There's actually a couple mobs here that can be saved with a Fragrant Branch of Yore. But even if you have one here, there is one spot where you can safely use one because you gain one back. So it's not that big of a deal. But kill that big asshole right there, you get a Petrified Dragon Bone, which is always useful. But the Petrified Dragon... the Fragrant Branch of Yore will be used here shortly. And it's actually pretty decent stuff that you get from it as well. Like I said, I'd love to comment on the items that you're finding here, but they are just not readable. But you can read them, so there's that. See, there's the one attack, dodge, backstab, ton of damage. Wait for their stand-up animation, and just hammer away. They'll fall like any other mob. But they do hit like a truck, so just be careful. Be mindful of that to the left. That will collapse on you. Not sure if that actually happened in my last gameplay. But as you see there, I did not get the backstab, so they're actually kind of sketchy if you stand toe-to-toe with them for a little bit. But hey, perseverance. Not sure what I checked there, but... down there, okay, well, there you go. That was a really awkward animation right there. I just kind of got flattened. I got nicked by a basilisk? I don't know. Whatever. Crush a life gem. Heal up. Twinkling Titanite, I think that was. So that's pretty useful. The one in the next room, I think, is useful as well. Sorry, not this room, but behind the door. Actually, that was pretty useful, too. I think that's a poison stone, if I recall correctly. Do I have the key? I do. I did show you how to get the key. But to the left is an item. Boom. SS Flash Shard. Yay, another one. Always useful. Always useful. But this is Ornifex. Ornifex is a blacksmith. And I'm really, I wouldn't say amazed, but... yeah, I mean, it's the only time... It's a character model from Dark Souls, if you would recall. But that's, again, the only time you see in a mob with that character skin. So, you know, whatever. But Ornifex says, if you exhaust her dialogue, which obviously do that with every single NPC you find because they always have something to do or something to say. Ornifex says that she's going to go back to her home. Unfortunately, Ornifex does not tell you where that freaking home is, and it's really annoying. So, much like a lot of the shit that happens in this game, it is very vague, or, as in that case, tells you absolutely jack dick. So, you're left to, you know, assume whatever. If you would go back, she's not there anymore. She leaves no hints as to where the hell she's going to be. But I can tell you, we are going to meet her in the next area. So look forward to that. She is another soul. Oh, I thought I was being invaded at that point, but no, it's just the Lion Warrior being a dick. But she's another soul trader for boss souls. So just like... Wait, did I do him yet? Maybe I didn't do him yet in the run. But there's two people that you can trade boss souls to get weapons and spells. You have Strayed, and you have Ornifex. So I just released Ornifex. Again, she's completely optional. You don't have to get the Fang Key. You don't have to release her. All that stuff. But she does offer you some trades for the boss souls. And they're pretty good. Not really sure if I'll be doing that with this character. Not really sure if there's a weapon that would help me that she does. Oh, yeah. Actually, yes. Yeah, the Defender Greatsword. Which I have highlighted multiple times on my PvP builds and have gushed about, because if you infuse it with lightning, you get an S rank in lightning damage. So it scales in S, which is awesome. And it's a great sword, and it's a thrust attack. And we all know at this current point in time, thrust attacks are freaking powerful. Now, I am recording this a day before... Yeah, I'm recording this on June 1st. June 2nd is when patch 1.06 comes out. Now, this actually gives me something to talk about while you watch my gameplay. Patch 1.06 is going to alleviate, or at least address, a lot of PvP issues that people have had. Mainly, okay, here's where you use the Fragrant Branch of Yore, by the way. So I'm gonna get back to the men. That was a good stopping point. So instead of thanking you for releasing him from his stony death, he decides to try to chop your head off. Return the favor in kind, and do it before he does. And you'll be good to go. He does not drop anything like the previous one did. Okay. Not a scripted drop, but he will drop some Lion Warrior gear. Take care of these curse jars because they will ruin your shit. Now, in this chest, the reason why you don't worry about blowing that Fragrant Branch of Yore there is... You get one back. And you also get the Lion Mage gear. The Lion Mage gear, I'm not sure if I actually showcase it or not, but I'm sure I talked about it. Yes, I do. Okay. The Lion Mage gear, not only does it look awesome, it improves your casting speed. And it is 3 pieces. Chest, arms, and legs. There is no headpiece to it. So that is awesome. If you put all of them on and you have the Clear Blue Stone Ring +2 and you have a decent attunement, you can actually crank out a pretty decent casting speed. But here again, the Lion Mage set, not very defensive. I think I tried to knock a few trees down here, but I was just checking something because, you know, they look like they... whatever. But the Lion... Whoops. I did not mean to do that. Because I had already shown you that. So I got the Dragon Chime, which I'll level up at a later date when I actually have a decent amount of Twinkling Titanite. But back to what I was saying, the Lion Mage gear. Lion Mage gear does give you a decent amount of extra casting speed, but again, it is paper thin. It's Mage gear, you know, whatever. If you really feel like you need the casting speed, it's not entirely great, but if you stack it on top of, say, the Black Hood, there's a black, I think it's called the Black Hood. You get it from Strayed. It improves your casting speed. You stack that with your Clear Blue Stone Ring +2, the Lion Mage gear, because Lion Mage gear does not come with a hood. You can actually stack up a lot of pretty decent casting speed. So if you come around in this direction, I'm realizing I got off track with the whole PvP comment, but it is addressing a lot of PvP issues. Patch 1.06 will come out tomorrow. It is modifying the Santir Spear, Resonant Weapon, Resonant Soul, Avalon. This is where you get Man Scorpion Tark, by the way. Thrusting weapons. It is addressing a lot of things. It's modifying the damage, and all sorts of other stuff. But I'm very excited about that because I don't think it's going to stop those builds from happening. It's just going to keep them in check, which is refreshing. So, this is a boss fight. Don't bother attacking her, as I show you there, because if you see her when she pops up, her health is full, so don't bother getting off any shots. But this is the... it's an interesting boss. is a very interesting boss. It's a very exciting boss too, because you can actually cut. Well, as you see there, you can actually cut the tails off of her. And I'm not gonna have a lot of time to talk about this because I'm annihilating her. But you have to be careful of her magic. She has that spell, which is pretty much like 5 crystal homing soul spears. She has the homing soul mass, and Tark. If you summon Tark, Tark just tanks the shit out of her. So just go ham, throw your shit at her, and both of her tails do come off, as you see that, which stops her poison and all that stuff. But your standard, ranged battle, just go crazy. In melee, she's a little harder, but not terribly hard to deal with. I mean, she has like little pokey stuff. By the way, you can have her break this tree. That's the only way to get that item up there. It's a flame butterfly. I would have expected something a little more important to that. But also, I didn't really get to showcase it in that fight, but she actually travels underground and circles around for a little bit. There are little concrete platforms. No, not concrete, but they're non-sand platforms. We'll go with that. They're like concrete brick platforms. If you stand on those, she cannot surface under you and hurt you. So a little pro tip there. But this area, as I've showcased before in some of my videos, is the Doors of Pharaohs. Another very, very fun area of mine. But I will not be showcasing or showing you the Doors of Pharaohs in this playthrough, because that is solely a PvP area and a lot of fun to do other places. Because you do not need to actually go through the technical Doors of Pharaohs and the optional boss of the Rat Authority. But you do need to do it to join the Rat Covenant. But again, not something I'm going to do in this playthrough because that is PvP oriented. This is just a Let's Play of PvE. So open this bad boy up. You can get a nice fair backstab on him, so it's not a big deal. Open that up. Now come down here, there's an actual bonfire. But before you hit the bonfire, there's a chest here. And there's bloodstains next to it. You know what that means? Go on. You know what that means? Yep, see? That's a mimic. A little harder to see because of the water, but that's a telltale sign that it's a mimic. It has that big old lock in front of it. The metal chests have 2 big old locks. And again, that's the easiest way to spot a mimic. I've stated that before, and you could honestly just swing at the chest too. That works. Just don't break the chest. But if you pick this up, it's another part of the dark gear, which is awesome. And I believe a poison rapier, I forget the name of it, something scorpion stinger, black scorpion stinger. As you see, it has no scaling. There you go, I just showed it. It has no scaling, so it is amazing as a mundane weapon. Just throwing that out there. I do have this on my mundane build. It's not entirely useful, but it is fun to run it because it has no scaling, and, there's no reason not to run mundane on it if you're a mundane build. But it's a different weapon, not many people run it, whatever. Through that gaping maw is the Doors of Pharaohs, but that's not the direction we're going. We're actually going to go another way, to the next area. Thank you guys for watching. My name's Crafty. I hope you're enjoying my Let's Play. I know I haven't really been keeping up with the Let's Play, but, you've probably played the game 100 times already by now, and have not kept up with my Let's Plays, but I hope they are entertaining and somewhat fun, regardless, and I hope you enjoy watching them. And I hope you come back for the rest of them. Thank you guys for watching. My name's Crafty. Say it again. Take care. Bye-bye. Game on.